Last time on the program, guys, we went to a marine tank manufacturer in Fort Pierce in order to recreate our fuel tank for the Taco Marine project boat. And these are twin tanks that came out of Project Boat. It's a 1989 Pursuit 2650. And we are back at the same shop in Fort Pierce. I'm talking about TNT Custom Boat Works. And I'm really glad we're having new tanks built for this, because eventually that boat's going to be going off to charity. And the name of the charity is the I'm Logging It Foundation. Well, kind of to make a long story short, the guys went ahead and they pressure tested both of the tanks, and they put 3 PSI into the empty tank, and we noticed that we have some pinholes. We need new tanks, and a lot of people are in the same boat that we are. So we again have TJ Kiefer on the program, the owner out here at TNT. Do marine fuel tanks, do they come in different thicknesses for the skins of the aluminum?
They do. They come in 3 different thicknesses that we use. These particular tanks up to 120 gallons, these are 110 gallons.
Right.
We can use 1/8 inch, same thing we used on your last tank.
Going from there to what gallon capacity would you go to a thicker material?
120 to say 300 gallons, we would go up to the next size, which is 3/16. And anything above that, we would typically use 1/4 inch.
So these are, again, these are both 110 gallons and 110 gallons. And we're going to use the 1/8 inch aluminum. We did not have time last go around when you were on the show to talk about sending units. And take a look at where our sending units are kind of located on the tank. What are the different sending units that you have available for consumers?
Well, we have this one here, which is a typical Rochester arm sender, swings up and down. Been in the industry for years. This cork slides onto the end, we bend the rod over, and now we have a sender that swings up when it's full, down when it's empty.
And they do last a good long time.
Very reliable gauge.
Our tank from the AquaSport was about 30 years old, and this one's maybe a 1/4 of a century, still working. What's this next one?
This other one is a WEMA sender. It's a better quality sender, all stainless construction. Cork just slides up and down with sensors inside of this cork and this rod.
So that's stainless steel. That's got to be more money.
It's about $20 more for this sender.
What if you don't have the appropriate depth in the tank?
These senders need to be custom ordered to fit the tank it's going in. Sometimes they need to be this long, sometimes they need to be this long, but it is a custom order sender.
Can we get into the placards that are on the tank, and how does that instantaneously give a boat owner confidence?
Well, it tells them whether it was built by a certified tank manufacturer or not.
Guys can build a fuel tank. If they can weld aluminum, they could build a fuel tank right in their backyard. But you probably want to make sure that it's certified and you know that it's safe. And you hit all the specification for Coast Guard certification.
Everything that needs to be there. We have our own tank label right here that we put on all of our tanks.
What's on it? What are we going to be seeing here?
Capacity in gallons, material alloy, thickness, the max pressure we check it at, which you said earlier was 3 PSI.
Right.
The date it was manufactured, and a model number.
Now, we also didn't have a chance to talk about the importance of tabs for mounting a tank. A tank cannot move below deck. And here's what I need you to do on these twin tanks here. I need you to put tabs not only for mounting in the exact spots where they're at, because what Pursuit did in 1989 is kind of in the middle where you see that like inch gap. They had some extra componentry that kind of came up through those tabs right to the keel, and they had it kind of supporting the subdeck. But just if you could make it like that, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Could we do what you did on the tank for the AquaSport, to where after it was manufactured, you kind of acid washed the tank and then you powder coated it for extra longevity?
Sure, that's a great idea.
There are millions and millions of boat owners in the audience that really desperately need a fuel tank, and you certified marine fuel tank manufacturers are few and far between.